We were pretty famous back in high school.
Trust us. Had a whole future ahead of us, but now we suck.
All that potential now is flowing in the aqueducts.
Through the sands of time, many did forget.
But now our time has come to resurrect. But a podcast?
Sad I know, but can you blame us?
We are desperate to be much more than high school famous. I see you loud and clear.
How can you see somebody loud?
Sometimes it depends on how you're dressed. Maybe you're dressed very loudly.
Well, am I dressed loudly, Sean? Do I look like I'm dressed loudly right now?
You're screaming at me with that outfit. I got to cover my ears. It's very unsettling. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know how much more I could take it. I think I'm going to bleed.
I assume you're bleeding below the chest.
Way below the chest.
Nice.
So, hey everyone, welcome in. This is High School Famous. This is a podcast we do. And to keep things like 100% high school themed, I would like all of you students to please turn your textbooks to page 179. We're going to talk about schooly stuff.
Are we actually going to talk about school stuff? Oh.
No, we're not.
Oh.
Quick little recap here.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you hear this, 2 weekends ago, I visited Chicago.
Yeah.
And yes, I hung out with this guy right here, Matt. We recorded ahead of time so that we would not be pressured to record something in person because I did not travel alone. I traveled with two friends of ours, Snooze Magoo and Josh Gilbertson, who have both been featured on this program. We had a good time. We enjoyed food and games and company of the each other variety.
Sure, that seems accurate.
And by the time you hear this, Matt will have just returned home from coming here.
Yeah.
And at the time of this recording, it's still unknown if we will be spending any time together, but we will also not be recording during that time.
Most likely not, yes.
So this was 2 consecutive weekends where we will be in the same place, but not recording together. So I wanted to put it out there to the listeners. If on episode 180, if you want to hear the illustrious Same Place Time song that is normally featured when we record in the same place, since there were 2 missed opportunities, if we get at least 10 emails to highschoolfamous@gmail.com, if I say it correctly, highschoolfamous@gmail.com, 10 emails from separate people.
Right, yeah.
Saying I would like to hear the Same Place song on episode 180, then we will throw it in there, even though we are recording in different places.
If you are one person with 10 different email accounts, that won't count.
How will we know that?
Well, yes.
Now, let's be fair. If you're clever enough, basically, if you're A, clever enough, and B, actually put in the energy to create 10 separate email addresses.
Well, yeah, if you don't already have them.
If you don't already have them, and you can't make it something like Same Place Request 1@gmail, Same Place Request 2@gmail. They need to be distinctly different email addresses. And if you put in the energy to create that many just to make those requests, I think you've earned the song.
I think we'll just send the song straight to you. You can have your own copy of it.
So we will send the song to every email address that sends us a request? Because we're not going to know if it's the same person. Unless they indicate in the email, hey, this is also Jeremy.
Right.
Then we won't know.
Classic
if they're
Jeremy.
Good. I know, it's a total Jeremy move. I'm expecting Jeremy to pull this off.
Yeah.
Quite frankly. But if they're good enough at creating the email addresses, we won't be able to tell them, we won't be able to tell they're from the same person. Which means we're kind of making a statement right now that instead of putting the song in the episode, as long as we get 10 emails or more, we're just going to send to each of those email addresses a copy of the song?
No. Only if we know for a fact that one person created 10 emails just because they want the song. Then in that case, we will then send that person the song directly. And boy, howdy, what a great song to just have come up on random when you're playing music on your phone.
I think many people would choose to make it their ringtone.
Ooh, that'd be great. Does anybody want it to be their ringtone?
How do we go about doing that? Do
you want me to send it to you so you can load it up? Well, it's just if it's an MP3 that you have saved onto your phone, you can just set it as your ringtone.
Possibly. Apple's different with that stuff.
Well, Apple's really stupid about their shit.
But I have been able to make a song a ringtone. I just can't remember how. There was a way I did it.
Some specific music file that they created that's Apple specific.
Well, it wasn't that. I'm trying to remember how I did it. It's an
MP3, not an MP3.
It was the music from Chemical Plant Zone on Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the video game, not the movie, for Sega Genesis. Not the movie starring Jim Carrey and others, but the other guy, I can't remember his name.
Others.
He was Cyclops in the X-Men movies, the original cast, not the younger cast. I forget his name. And then there were other humans in there as well. I know Idris Elba is the voice of Knuckles.
Yep.
But I don't know any other voice actors.
You don't know who does Sonic?
I have known, but I can't recall right now.
Ben Schwartz.
Who it is. Oh,
he was on Parks and Rec.
Didn't watch it.
Oh, he was on Space Force.
Didn't catch it.
Watch it.
No.
It was okay. Space Force was all right.
Was it better than Parks and Rec?
I never watched Parks and Rec.
Wow. After giving me so much shit.
You can't wow me when you haven't watched it either.
Wow,
you can't be like, wow,
dude.
I can't believe you haven't watched Parks and Rec.
But you gave me a look like, of course he hasn't watched it. You haven't watched it yourself.
No, I was laughing because you said, "Oh, I haven't watched Parks and Rec," and then I said Space Force, and then I haven't watched it. I knew you wouldn't have watched Space Force.
Why?
Nobody watched
I like
Space Force.
I like Space and Force.
Yeah, I'm well aware of how much you like Force.
I think
we both equally like Force.
I like to force things into spaces. So that show would just speak to me. But by title alone, I should be overly drawn to this show. Title alone.
I figured you just like Force from the time we played Force together.
I also, I have a fond memory of playing Force. It's like Horse.
Yeah.
But for those curious about what Force might be, it's just like Horse, but with Force.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said horse, my voice got a little hoarse.
Oh, that's a double
Fun
horse.
fact. It's a double horse.
You tuned up on that horse.
One with the single amount of force. We didn't double up on the force.
I like to say toot up. I toot up on that.
I've never heard you say that.
Yep, I just started it now, but I like it.
I suppose you can technically start to like it in that moment, and therefore to say that you like it tracks.
Yeah,
it's a valid statement.
Have you ever eaten something you haven't eaten before and enjoyed it, and you're like, "Ooh, I like this." You liked it immediately in that moment.
I have, but to make a statement like I like to say "toot up" is to suggest that you have said it before.
I had said it one time just prior to that, like 30 seconds before it.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I missed it. I'll hear it back on playback, but I must have missed it. So I guess no matter what, I got no argument here.
Yeah,
you like to say "toot up." That's just how it is.
Yeah.
That's the kind of person.
Yeah, let's
two
up on this. Let's two up on this project.
Let's one up on this dad joke.
Oh, we're doing dad jokes again?
Well, sure.
We sometimes do, we sometimes don't. I never know when it's going to happen anymore. It's kind of a surprise now.
That's what makes it fun.
Surprise.
Rather than it be like, oh, let's get through this dad joke. It's a fun
guess this
surprise.
way you can just go through them, and if you just don't like anything from that week, you can just be like, we're just not going to do it this week. And then all of a sudden you find a gem, and then you blow me away.
Pause remains. I definitely thought of doing that, and this happens to be from this week. Not because I didn't think of what you suggested. I do. I got an email saying that Google Maps can read maps backward. It's obviously spam. Are you having trouble understanding the joke?
No, it's a word joke. I mean, you clearly understood it very clearly because it was written in front of you.
It was not written in front of me. It was typed not within my eyesight.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, but I'm standing in front of the person writing these jokes, and they write them by hand, and I watched him do it.
Yeah, he's also naked for some reason in your bedroom.
He is naked, but per my request. Yeah. It's called a condition. I will go through with this under one condition. And that was my condition.
Is that your only condition?
I just said that was my one condition. One implies only.
I suppose you did say that. And I chose not to hear it.
I did not toot up on the conditions.
Okay.
All right.
So dad joke done. All right.
Next on the list in the can. Dad joke is in the can.
Next on the list is Chicago. Oh no, we did that. Sonic. No, we talked about Sonic already.
Like that's on your. Like we got to make sure we get to Sonic.
I'm just literally now rereading the things I've already written down about what we talked about and be like, oh no, we did that already. Okay.
Oh whoops. Yeah, these aren't a checklist of things to cover. These are what we already did.
Yeah.
So of course
oh shit, we did Jet Li last week.
Oh, that was last week.
That's last week's list. Sorry. Okay.
Sorry. Whoops. A doozle. I want to update everyone. I had participated in a dart. It was a doubles dart tournament at work.
You 2'd up on some darts?
I 2'd up.
Yeah.
I was you get paired you get paired with a random partner.
Okay.
And so this gentleman Tom and I were dart partners, or as I like to call ourselves, like dartners.
Dude, that's not no. That's awful. How random is it? Is it like it's still a person that works there?
Yes.
Okay, that's not nearly.
It is. It's random. The part of it that makes it random is two people can't go to each other and say, "Hey, let's be on a team together."
Right.
They take everybody.
I know you're good at darts, and I'm good at darts. Let's start.
Let's start. That's how we talk. Mm-hmm. They can't just like steamroll through the whole thing that way. They took the list of everyone who was interested in participating, and one or two like very impartial people that weren't competing. Mm-hmm. Lined up names with each other and then said, these are the pairs. And that's how they did it. Supposedly, it was behind closed doors. I wasn't there to see it for myself, to have any input or to any witness to what happened.
Did you have any conditions?
I had just one condition.
Got it.
Yep. I had to launch all my darts from my penis.
Yep. Oh, wait. What? That's a different condition. Okay. Different conditions for different. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different scenario. The joke guy, he has to write the jokes with his penis. That's why he's naked.
For this penis?
He's naked for what?
He said the joke guy has to write jokes for this penis? Is that what you said?
With his penis.
His penis. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense than for this penis.
Oh, these jokes. It's an audience of one. My penis. That's who I'm writing for. That's why I write about Google Maps.
Spam.
Anyway, spam. Google spam. So I got to the semifinals.
Oh, you got a semi?
I got a semi, a new semi dart. Anyway, on the day of the semifinal match, I could tell that I wasn't playing my best because I just wasn't as accurate as I had been. But I tried my best to practice during lunch to get my groove back. But when it came game time, I just wasn't hitting the numbers I wanted, and they ultimately beat us. And then today was the final game, and I said to Linda, who was one of the people that beat our team, I said, please don't make it so I lost in vain. And then they proceeded to also lose. So the team that beat us lost. I mean, to be honest, the team, I shouldn't say the guy because there were two people, but the team that took the championship, I don't know how likely it would have been that I would have won against them anyway. But it just would have been nicer to say you made it to the final round.
He was a darts guy.
Yes. And so there was a singles darts tournament that happened a few months ago. And
only for people who are single.
Right.
Yeah.
And naked. So, but for both of these, people can assemble their brackets to see who they think is going to win or lose, right? And make it to the end. And something peculiar happened. So there's this other coworker, again, these are all coworkers, named Brad, who's very consistently good at darts. And for most people, he was like the favorite to win. Okay. And Dan, the other guy who won the doubles, he and Brad were playing against each other. And Dan was kind of getting in his own head and missed a few good shots, and then kind of fell apart and just sort of angrily threw darts at the board, not trying anymore. And then he said, all right, Brad, just get it over with and take me out. Basically kind of giving up a little bit. Okay. And then so Brad ended up winning that singles game. And then Dan said, now just make sure you keep my bracket intact. So it was a little suspicious that maybe he lost on purpose, so his bracket would not be broken, because there's some sort of popcorn prize with...
You're throwing a game for popcorn, something you can easily get yourself.
That's just something that was a little funny coincidence about the whole thing. I don't think he has enough. I think he has too much pride to really throw a game for a bracket. But
maybe he really likes
in any event, he was so determined to redeem himself for this doubles tournament that he practiced like crazy. I guess he would go out to the American Legion.
This is fucking insane.
Well, this guy, there's more
tournament.
to it.
Okay.
Here's some things. Here's at least one or two things I know he did, because he told me himself during the tournament. Right. He always had headphones on playing music so he couldn't hear the commotion around him. Okay. He never watched anyone else throw. When it was his turn, he just walked up, looked at his team's score, and just threw his 3 darts, walked away, and didn't watch anyone else throw.
Okay. This doesn't make him look any better.
Those are the things I know he did. Some speculated things or things I heard is that he was wearing the same underwear every time, or things like that. Very, very sportsman superstition type of thing. That's not confirmed. I don't know. But had I made it to the final match against that team, I would have shown up with headphones on, just like him, to hopefully maybe throw him off a little bit. But no, he was getting...
Have yours turned out playing music outwardly loud?
Well, he wouldn't have heard it anyway because he was playing music. So unless I had it just cranked, but then it would have just pissed everybody in the room off. But no, he was getting rounds where he was hitting at least 2 triple 20s and a triple something else, and there was no stopping him. He was not going to let himself lose.
Basically, he took it way too seriously.
Yeah, you could say that.
And
he won.
He's weird.
And he won, but he won.
I don't work with him, so I feel comfortable enough calling this guy a total chode.
Well, he's a good guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy. No,
I was asking if he was a chode. And you're like, yeah. No, hope he doesn't listen. Sorry, Brad.
His name's Dan. I thought it was in response to.
Brad was the one. Brad was the one who won against him when he
in the singles tournament. Yeah,
lost.
Right.
I can just do this now because we have a video podcast. I can do this, and we don't have to talk about what I'm doing.
Yeah, true. You can.
All right, so Dan.
But to be fair, I was practicing a lot too. Man. I was wanting to get really good.
Yeah, but where were you practicing?
In the in the room at work where the dart board
so
is.
you weren't going out at night and practicing darts like a choke.
Or like someone who just loves darts. I mean, some people just love darts.
Does he actually love darts, or is he just very competitive?
I don't know how much he loves darts. I know he's competitive. I don't know. I know Brad loves darts. I don't know. There are groups. There's some groups of people that
I know about Brad.
He loves darts. There are groups of people that basically at scheduled times during the day go in and just play games of darts with each other every day.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I get, like, just being like, hey, let's, at lunchtime, we're going to go play darts, and we have our own little fucking tournament we do just for funsies. But get, like, that competitive.
So here's the thing. I think that when Brad played, so Brad was, again, like, one of the favored people to win, and his partner is a manager who isn't half bad either at darts. But the day that he had to play his semifinal game against Dan, and her name is Shannon, we're on a team together.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time I walked by that dart room, he was in there. I don't think he got any work done that day. When I went in there one time, I said, "Oh, sorry, Brad. I'm just looking for your computer. You must have moved it in here to get your work done while you're in here." Anyway, I think he probably
threw a dart at you.
And then he threw all of his darts at me. 20. Right. Which we all know where that is on the human body. Top center. Anyway, so he, I think he over practiced because he was not playing his usual form in the actual game. Out. So he might have wore his arm out.
Yeah.
But he's the opposite of me. So I'm not sure if you know this, but I discovered that I'm better at throwing darts left-handed than I am with my right hand. Yes. So I've been playing these tournaments with my left hand, and he's the opposite. He's a left-handed person, but he throws with his right hand. But now he said he's retired his right hand, and the last couple just for fun games he played. Well, the last couple for fun games he played with his left hand, and he still won. So it's just like there's no. I've beat him. Yeah, I've beat him plenty of times, but there are some times where I've beat him because the game we always play is 301, and if you know how that, do you know how that game works?
Yeah.
So you can't go over. If you go over, you bust, and you go back to the. So there have been times where I've beat him where he's trying to specifically close on a double or a triple number, and not just whatever will get him to zero. Yeah, and so it's like a hollow victory on those times where I've beat him. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess I won, but you could have easily just taken me out if you were really trying just to get to zero as fast as possible. So, but I have legitimately beat him as well, which is
nice. It's interesting. It's almost like a Dread Pirate Roberts Inigo Montoya fight, because you guys are both right and left-handed, but you're just trying to trick the other person by using the other hand, but then you like switch it up and make yourselves better. It's exactly like that fight in that movie.
And he killed my father.
No.
Different guy?
Yep.
Okay. Whoops.
You've seen the movie.
Yeah, once. I don't know it well.
It's the battle on top of the cliffs of insanity.
With the main character and then the Montoya guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I know which. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I said Dread Pirate Roberts. I guess I should have said Wesley.
That wouldn't have helped.
And
it wouldn't have helped. Even if you said the actors,
the man with the mask.
Even if you said the actors, if you said the actor's real name, I wouldn't have known.
Cary Elwes and Mandy Patinkin had a fight at the top of the cliffs of insanity.
No. The only person's name, I think, Robin. Wait, no. Okay, I know two names. Okay. One is Robin Wright. Yeah. Right. That's the princess.
Right.
And Andre the Giant. Those are the two names I know.
Also in it.
I'm sure he is. Yeah. Which person that is in the movie, I don't know.
Christopher Guest is the Six-Fingered Man.
That doesn't help me.
Sean Wallace is also in it.
Nope.
He's that little.
Is he the poison guy?
Yeah.
See, yeah, okay. I think I knew him.
Vincini.
Sure.
I have not watched this movie in years.
I have. Yep.
Let's do trivia again right now. I've got it.
How many times did he say the famous line?
I believe it was 6.
I think it was 11.
No, we guessed really high, and it was a much lower number. It was 6 or 7 or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember. We got to have
Not
New Boy
rolling the
back
tape.
on. Nope. No. Let's pull a clip.
Nope. Because I have to have this edited tonight and ready to go.
Oh, tonight. Wow.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, I could.
You could take your computer with you.
No, there's no need for me to bring my computer. I'm not going to haul it just because I won't use it for anything other than that. And then it'll just be with me unnecessarily.
I packed
let out of my bag and all that shit. I'm flying versus you. Yeah.
Oh, what? The computer adds so much.
Well, no, because you have to take it out and all that shit. It's just annoying.
Oh, gosh.
It's annoying. I hate doing all that shit.
Gosh,
I'm sorry, Sean, that you hauled all of your fucking recording shit with you out to Chicago when I told you not to, because I said we're not going to record. And you're like, maybe we'll record. And we did. And you hauled all that shit. I mean, I guess you worked on some editing, so I mean, you at least bringing your computer was one thing, but you didn't need to bring all of your equipment.
Yep. Oh, and I can promise everyone, by the time you hear this, episode 172.
I don't know anymore.
Episode 172 will be up on YouTube. Maybe if I get ambitious enough, maybe even 173.
So the one thing is about this episode that we're doing now, because we almost weren't going to have time to record an episode before I have to leave.
True.
I was like, well, I guess if we have an off weekend, that'll just give Sean a chance to be a little bit more caught up with.
I know, it really would.
One less episode he'd have to edit.
Let's take 6 weeks off, and then I can just
yeah. Maybe
we've never taken a hiatus.
Record a couple non-video versions. We've only taken a couple weeks off throughout. We did one after the 100th episode, and then I think we did another break somewhere else at one point.
I don't know how I would feel about having some of them be audio only. Now that we've kind of committed
at this point, it's like, yeah, I'll be like, especially what if something really fucking awesome happens in that episode? What if something visually amazing happens and we just didn't do it?
Like if I go, that's no one's going to see that.
It's so weird anyway, that your face was blurry during both of those times you just did that face, so nobody saw it.
It wasn't for me. We'll see how it turns out.
On the YouTube version
again. The local recordings. Oh,
I'm adding some editing for you to do.
I get what you're putting. I'm picking
there was like
up
a little airplane that just flew
down.
Across your screen just now.
Oh gosh, it was an airplane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Okay, great.
Yeah, you might want to mark that time down so you remember. Write down 29:30 airplane and blurred face.
Why do I have to do both? Can't the plane?
Well, because the airplane came after the blurred face thing happened. There, all of a sudden, an airplane flew by after your face was blurred. It was really weird.
So it wasn't that a plane blocked what my face did.
Yeah,
my face blurred the 2 times I made that whatever face that was,
and then an airplane,
and then a plane flew by 1 time.
Yeah, and then just now, in the bottom left corner, a little Smurf just popped up.
You bitch at me when I'm trying to give you like audio editing to do.
You don't have to do any of this. It's just the watchers will be disappointed if they don't see it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. And that's the goal of this podcast, right? To disappoint everyone. The small fraction of the global population that actually listens to this thing. Let's just go out of our way to disappoint them. Yeah. So that we can,
that's not on me. That's not on me. That's on you for not wanting to do all that extra editing.
None of it's on you. Not even the suggestion for the effects. That's not on you either, is it? None of this is on you.
I'm just telling you what I see.
How do you? Okay, so you're a crazy person.
We'll find out.
How are you seeing this?
We'll find out.
How are you seeing this before
or
the
not,
edit?
or if it's actually there? We'll find out.
Speaking of seeing crazy things, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Today I looked up a list of 21 images.
You were so good at transitions.
I looked up 21 images of Jesus and other religious figures seen in strange things and places.
Okay.
So that's one thing I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to share my screen.
A visual thing.
Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen. And don't worry.
And you do too.
Don't worry. We'll put the link to this website in the show notes so that anyone listening only can still visit the webpage, and if they want to check these images out on their own free time.
That, or they can just wait until this episode is up in about 4 months, and then they can just watch. They can just jump to this part, and watch.
All I got to do, and I know I've said this multiple times, all I got to do is just get caught up.
Yeah.
And then I can have the video episodes out same day, if not next day, the audio episode. Not before. I would never be that ambitious.
Yeah,
especially if we record on like a Monday night. But we're changing things.
If we try to keep this up, we're recording like a Wednesday or Thursday before.
I could have these up before. Ooh.
You could, but why would I? Wouldn't. I would say same day or the day after.
Same day or day after. Fair enough. Yeah. All right, so let me start sharing my screen.
Yeah, we just make that a thing. The video versions will pop up the Wednesday of each week, day after the audio versions.
All right, share this window.
Listen.
So now you should be able to see what we got going on here. Huh?
21 images of Jesus and other religious figures seen in strange things and places.
Yes. Images of Jesus Christ and other. It's in the same. Okay, but before we get right,
why would they?
I know
they have like a tagline under it that says almost the exact same thing as the thing above it. Oh, this is from August 23rd of 2015.
I know, so this could be outdated for sure.
Yeah, there might be more.
So let's jump right into this little landslide here.
That clearly looks like a face.
I mean, I see 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth, which is clearly surrounded by a beard, undeniable. And this is definitely long brown hair. And maybe this line here is the crown of thorns, I would imagine.
The face could only be the face of Jesus, obviously. It couldn't just be a face. Well, it couldn't just be clearly, a rock that slightly resembles a face.
Clearly not, because it says right here, the face of Jesus has appeared in the side of a hill after a landslide in the San Francisco area of Putumayo, Colombia. Local landowners.
The San Francisco area. I'm like, okay, California, and then nope.
I didn't realize there was a San Francisco area of Putumayo, Colombia. I'm not sure what all that means.
I didn't even know there was Putumayo, Colombia.
I mean, I knew that. Local landowners are cashing in on the miracle by charging visitors to view it. Here is a selection of other strange sightings of religious icons spotted at a variety of things and places. All right, so next one we have.
I can't stand the ridiculous sheep ass nature of religious people. Not all religious people, but a lot of religious people, when it's like, oh, the image of Jesus, and it's like, yeah, you only see the image of Jesus because somebody told you it was the image of Jesus. Otherwise, you'd look at that and be like, oh, there's a weird face in the hill now.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a face.
They say, oh, look, the image of Jesus appeared to me. Give me $20 and I'll let you look at it.
Right. This is posted online. Anyone can look at it for free.
Well, yeah, now for sure.
I'm not sure. I guess there's a difference when you see it in person. Maybe it's more divine.
They might not have internet to Putumayo, Colombia.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Everything's still tin cans and strings.
What I like, well, that's how they pass through documents as well.
Facts and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Trust.
What I don't understand is, as you're going to see, and what you probably expect in this list, there's some food items that have like a weird burn pattern on them or something that looks like, quote, Jesus or some other figure. This is supposedly the son of the all-knowing, all-powerful God that created everything, right?
Yeah.
You think this is the only way that he can sort of show his presence? Is like barely discernible imagery in the middle of like food items and clothing wrinkles and stuff like that?
It's probably not the only way he can do it, but it's
the most fun.
Maybe he's just like, he's a trickster. He's a trickster god.
Loki.
Oh, but yeah, maybe he's just goofing around, just having a good time.
Jesus is Loki. Matt said it first.
Yeah, well, I didn't. You actually said it, but
I mean,
go ahead and scroll.
Here we got a drain pipe.
Oh man, that mud is in a weird like shape that again might slightly resemble a face.
I don't even know if this
like
is
peering
mud
around a corner or something. It's like he's kind of peeping.
Hey, what you got going on over here? What you draining? What you draining? A nurse believed she received a sign from God after a picture of Jesus appeared on her drain pipe. Alex Cotton dubbed the miraculous image the second plumbing.
Oh,
yeah. And even invited the Pope to come to view it.
And I bet
Alex
the Pope didn't.
Probably didn't respond to that letter that was delivered through a cane and a string.
I don't know if this isn't Columbia.
Oh, Alex from Coventry West Mids said some people can see him straight away and other people can't. I guess it's just a question of faith. But it's quite clearly him.
Question of taste.
I mean, I saw him right away, but anyway.
Yeah. I saw an image of a face right away. I didn't see Jesus, but go ahead.
But it's quite clearly him. It's got his crown of thorns and his beard. It couldn't be anyone else but Jesus. God only knows why he chose my drain pipe to appear on, but I hope this means I won't have floods of pilgrims flocking to my house after this picture.
Oh yeah, you remember one of those one of the plagues, the flood.
All the pilgrims flooding the flood. Yeah.
Could you point
those
out
liquid
to me
pilgrims?
Could you point out to me the crown of thorns in this image?
It's clearly the stuff that's just above the forehead.
Yeah, it's clearly the part that's just not in the image.
I love
how nobody else could have a beard or a crown of thorns but Jesus.
Maybe this part sticking out right here is part of the crown of thorns.
I think that's an eyebrow.
A wily eyebrow, you think?
Yeah.
Because the eyebrow's looking pretty thick over here, too, I must say.
It looks a little bit more like Santa Claus to me.
Which
also looks like he might have a nosebleed. Like a pretty bad one. That looks like a clot.
Yeah, well, he went through a lot in his last moments.
And it also looks like he has like some crazy cyborg eye with like a...
I think
like
that
a shiny light.
Will you let me get through a goddamn sentence? Oh. I think that this part is a modified like mohawk of thorns.
I think that's just like the shadowy background. Because it looks like he's just kind of peeping around a corner.
Hey, what you draining?
And it also looks like he's kind of wearing
that's my Jesus impression. Oh yeah, he's going out for a job interview. He wants to be hired as a so with suspenders.
Yeah,
that's a necktie. I thought.
Yeah, I mean it could be both.
No, you just gave me an idea when you said it looks like it could be Santa Claus.
Yeah,
I think secretly Santa Claus is old Jesus.
But Jesus died when he was like 30-something. It couldn't possibly be.
I mean, anything's possible, Matt.
I suppose so. Jesus did appear on a drain pipe.
You know what I've seen on a wall decor?
On a drain pipe.
I've seen. You know what I've seen on a drain pipe? No. It said impossible is God's starting point.
I don't think that's true.
If you think
weird place to start.
Santa Claus, if you think Santa Claus being old Jesus is impossible, then you, my friend, need to go to church.
I think I've been to church way more than you have.
You have. Also, it's true.
Impossible is a really bad place to start any project.
Yeah, you're just gonna frustrate yourself.
You're just immediately gonna just be like, well, there's no sense in doing this.
Yeah, this is impossible. Why would I even try to begin?
God can do anything he wants, even though he does next to nothing, and the world is a shithole.
Whoa. It's all part of his plan, Matt. You just don't understand.
Weird plan.
Look, it is weird, but it's not for you to comprehend or understand. You just have to trust that it's his plan, and it's all going to work out. Please let me show the next image of Jesus.
I mean, I have not been stopping you. You can scroll up at any point.
But,
a moldy chip. Oh, no, it's a moldy pita.
That isn't... It's close. It's non.
Or that's what I meant. Yeah, it's moldy non.
I have to say, this is very face-like. I mean, you can't deny that.
But here's the thing about this. I'm not saying...
What?
Right? It's really, really easy. That would be really easy to replicate.
Oh, to superimpose.
No,
Yeah, on
you can just rub something on that non that'll make it go moldy, and I could take a little like paintbrush with something on it and just brush that image onto the non, and then that would go moldy faster than the rest of the non and recreate that image.
This isn't mold.
It looks like mold.
But you don't want me to use my Jesus brand?
I mean, you could do that too. Just burn
and
the
brand
image.
the non.
Yeah. If that is not mold, then like what the fuck? Because okay, go ahead.
I don't remember it being mold. Maybe it is. You might be right. I forgot. Let me just read the thing so we can find out.
Otherwise,
yeah, I wouldn't eat that non. Well, for various reasons. One of which being it is
that you're racist.
It is a miracle.
Ethnic foods.
I love naan. I love Indian food.
Okay.
Bread of heaven. Now. A curry house diner was amazed after spotting what appears to be a face of Jesus on a naan bread. David Howlett, 34, was about to tuck into a Rogan Josh at India Dining in Esher, Surrey, when he saw Christ's facial features. So it doesn't. It sounds like this is like that naan that was just given to him at the table.
If I was served that, even if it didn't look like a face, if I was served naan that looked like that, I would complain, and they would probably
there
only
is a problem.
2 stars. It looks off. It looks like something's wrong with it.
Everything around the face looks fine.
Normal.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with this strange burn mark at all.
Honestly, it looks like somebody made that to look like that.
How dare you? This is a miracle. How dare you? This is a miracle.
Well, you know me. I'm a naysayer. I'm a non-believer.
For all you domestic
Come on. You're not going to give me that one?
What?
I said I'm a non-believer.
What is that? Is that supposed to be funny?
Dude, we were just talking about non-bread.
Oh,
for fuck's sake! Fix it in the edit.
I can't fix that horrible joke in the edit. It's terrible.
Okay, this
residue in the shape of an image of Jesus Christ was seen on the bottom of an electric iron at the home of Mary Jo Coady in Methuen, Massachusetts. Coady says the image has reassured her that life is going to be good.
This one is the biggest stretch so far.
If anything, it looks like a skeleton's face.
Like it looks more skeletal, but it doesn't you have to squint at this one to make it even resemble anything but a burnt up fucking old shitty iron.
I would argue that this to looks like
looks more like the Mona Lisa.
Well, I was going to say it looks like a skull with Gallagher's hair.
Oh, Scaliger.
Oh,
that wasn't that good. That wasn't very good.
Better than Non-Believer.
I mean, Non-Believer was pretty good. I mean, Non-Believer would have been better if I actually believed it was an image of Jesus on the non. Then I could say I was a non-believer.
Oh, you're saying you believe in the non?
Yeah, then it would have the opposite meaning.
That is much better if you.
This iron's terrible. This one, that. Yeah, that I can't I'm trying to think of what it when I first kind of look at it. Let me try squinting.
Okay. Let me know if you successfully squinted.
I did. Maybe Ben Franklin.
All right. Maybe. I think no matter how I look at it,
way more Mona Lisa, though.
The face to me looks like it's just a skull more than
squinting does something.
You know what I do now that I'm squinting right now, and anyone watching can see
it does look more like Gallagher now when I'm squinting.
Well, when I squinted, I kind of was able to see the Mona Lisa you were seeing.
Yeah, it's
maybe like Da Vinci. Maybe like Da Vinci.
It's like Mona Lisa, as the positioning for Mona Lisa's right, and kind of the dropped down hair is right, but it still has the top of Gallagher's head.
Yes,
the bald part of Gallagher's head.
Someone should superimpose Gallagher's face and hairline onto the Mona Lisa painting and email it to us. No,
you could do that.
That's sacrilege. I don't want to modify this miraculous photo.
Yeah, somebody.
In any way.
We could probably try using AI and just have it be like Gallagher as image of Gallagher as the Mona Lisa.
We could try that.
Yeah, and we'll make T-shirts
next time.
That'd be a good T-shirt.
I'm just going to tell you before we show you this next one.
Mm-hmm.
You've said that some of these are a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Or that they could be just someone with a beard, right?
Right.
So they're nothing compared to this next one. I will just tell you.
Compared to some of these, I look more like Jesus.
I mean, I would want you to be crucified.
I mean, yeah.
So here we go.
Jesus Christ.
You see it too?
Like, yeah. This is so dumb.
You set that up perfect. So just let me. I'll read this part.
Dumb. Like,
hold on. Let me.
Like you can. You can look. No, hold on. You can look at this and
I'm
be like,
hiding the words.
Okay,
I'm hiding the story.
It slightly looks like a face. I'm not going to read it.
Yeah. No,
like,
but
that's kind of funny. It kind of looks like a face, but to then look at it and just be like, clearly, it's the face of Jesus. Like, oh, fuck yourself.
I do like how they circled it just so they can.
Like, and
because like this is really a stretch to call this a face of any kind.
It looks like it's got cum stains on it.
Well,
I wonder if there's any cum stain Jesuses anywhere.
In December 2011, Sarah Crane, 38, from Orpington, Kent, spotted the face of Jesus in the creases of a drying sock.
It is a sock.
She said she was stunned. I know a stained sock when I see one. She said she was stunned when she saw a bearded man staring back at her from the laundry line. Her boyfriend agreed the crumpled gray holy sock bore an uncanny likeness to the traditional image of Christ. They even talked about creating a shrine to the sock, but then the face was lost when they moved it.
Oh, no. Jesus didn't stick around?
Here's another thing that I think is, I thought of this when this came up. I don't know.
Leave it down there. I want to look at it. I want to look at the words too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So there's obviously clearly the sort of Anglo-Saxon image of Jesus, right? But it's highly debated that Jesus looks nothing like he's most commonly depicted.
Yeah, as a white man?
Say.
Yeah.
Right. But the funny thing is, all of these, where you see image in wherever, let's say this was Jesus trying to show his presence in these objects.
Yeah.
He's doing it in the way that his image has been distorted and altered. Like, it's not the real Jesus face. It's whatever we've changed it to be is how he's going to show himself. I don't think so.
Yeah, this looks more like, God, I don't even know. What looks more like Voldemort.
It doesn't look...
There's barely a nose there.
There's barely anything there.
It's like the original Voldemort on the back of what's his dude's fucking head. Spoilers, Sean. I'm sorry.
For what?
Watched.
What are you spoiling? Which one?
I said I know you haven't watched the movies or read the books. So I was just joking that I was spoiling a Harry Potter plotline.
I actually have seen some of every one of the movies.
Oh, there you go. You're fully updated.
Yep. Harry wins in the end. Spoilers.
I want to learn more about this #1 tactical hiking stick that's flying off the shelves.
Are you saying you'd rather do that than read
Jesus
more, see more Jesus images?
Just keep going. I just think it's a funny advertisement.
It is
line of like things, and it doesn't scroll away with the rest of it, so it's just there.
I know it's stuck there. I know. I don't see like one of like an X for me to get rid of it either.
Now you might have to copy that image and put that up so everybody knows what we're talking about.
I don't want to accidentally click on it either.
Yeah, write down 5230 so you can put that in.
Great.
Just kidding. Just fucking with you. Okay.
Hiking stick.
Where is this one? Oh, that's creepy if that's it. That's the eye there and the other eye. Oh, that just looks like a melted face.
Hair.
That's like the Phantom of the Opera's mask.
This looks like a very distinguished gentleman that can turn water into wine. And had disciples.
See more so now what it is. The darker part's all like the outer part of the white part's just like the face and the mouth.
You gotta blur your eyes a little bit. It's like a seeing eye poster.
It looks like I had to step back for a second, and by step back I mean slightly, just kind of like take in the whole image without moving.
This would be kind of like if you carved Jesus's face in a pumpkin.
Yeah, this is like Jesus if he were in the movie Face Off.
None of the faces looked like this in that movie.
I just like the thought of that. Sorry. It's funny.
The face of Jesus was spotted in April 2011 on a 3-cheese pizza.
That is an awful looking pizza.
3 wise men.
Oh, anyway. Shit. Is there frankincense on this pizza?
Let me read on.
Or gold?
Or gold, yeah, just golden flaky crust. Restaurant staff at the Posh Pizza Shop in Brisbane, Australia, noticed the manifestation after taking the pizza from the oven. Mary Phelan says some people are already calling it the Jesus Pizza.
These guys are clever.
The pizza is currently vacuum packed, and we believe it brings luck. After discovering it, the owner of the store parked in a loading zone and didn't get a parking ticket. We feel like we have
because nobody came by at that particular time while you were parked there to give you a ticket.
Because of the Lord.
Because Jesus intervened on giving you a ticket. People are fucking insane.
Jesus saves. We feel like we have a responsibility to do something good with this.
Book.
So... What?
So that sounds like a Christian coupon book.
Jesus saves. 25 cents. We feel like we have a responsibility to do something good with this, so we're auctioning it off for charity. Okay, well, at least charity. At least they're going to give the money away.
Yeah.
After attracting 26 bids on eBay, the pizza sold. What's that?
So, holy shit, 26 bids.
That's not a lot for a Jesus pizza.
That's not a lot on eBay at all.
The pizza sold for a tasty 98 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess, it's definitely expensive for a pizza, but
Australian.
How can you put a price on a miracle?
England bought the pizza?
Someone, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
$98 going straight to charity.
Well, it does, no.
That'll help somebody get a blanket. I don't know.
And what charity,
Yeah, it was a very generic. It's probably, it's probably going to go to like their local fucking church.
Do they use, maybe they use pounds in Australia? I'm not sure what currency they use.
No, they have like the Australian dollar or whatever, I think.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what the symbol is for. I have no idea.
No, that's the pound symbol.
All right. Nope, this doesn't look like a crab in a shell. This looks like Jesus, of course. Well, maybe this isn't. Oh, the nun bun. Sorry, this isn't Jesus.
This is a nun?
A nun. The nun bun, a cinnamon bun that apparently bore the likeness of Mother Teresa, was made famous by the Bongo Java Coffee House in Nashville, Tennessee. The bun was later stolen.
Okay.
So this supposedly looks like Mother Teresa?
That looks at all like it looks awful either way. It looks like flesh. Like it looks like a piece of something that was taken out of a person.
It looks like when someone gets their ear cleaned out or something.
Yeah, or it looks like a cauliflowered ear.
Oh yeah, like someone who's been in too many boxing matches.
Yeah. I literally cannot tell you where this is supposed to look like a face or anything.
I'm guessing the eyes are here, and I don't know. This giant thing is the nose,
Mother
and then
Teresa,
the mouth is right. The mouth is
involved in a very awful fire.
Oh yeah, she's got 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah,
and she's covered in cinnamon glaze.
Mother Teresa, delicious.
Here we go.
Guns. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break.
I did like this one when it came up.
I mean, it's funny.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, In September,
nice.
What?
I said nice. I like
that.
Yeah, that's fun so far.
In September 2010, an image of Jesus Christ on the cross was seen.
Stop calling it. People whoever wrote this, stop saying it's the image of Jesus Christ. Just say it is the image of something that slightly resembles Jesus Christ.
No, Matt. You
go fuck yourself.
Quit denying these people their miracles. An image of Jesus Christ on the cross was seen in a telephone pole covered in vines. The resemblance was reported by drivers on Highway 26 in rural Jeff Davis Parish. One of them, Ricky Navarre, told us television or U.S. television station KPL. You are just amazing at talking over me this episode. It's beautiful.
I have things that are to say.
Great. Can't wait till I'm done reading the paragraph. Ricky Navarre told U.S. television station KPLC, "It just caught my eye. I said to myself, that sure looks like an image of Jesus hanging from the telephone pole." Now I'm done. What do you have to say?
Well, it wouldn't matter because by the time you're done with when I have something to say, you're way past it and it wouldn't be worth saying after that. So,
I see.
Either way, it's the most hilarious one so far. And probably, honestly, to me, this one is the most accurate looking thing we've seen so far as like it does. The vines have built up in a way that does resemble a person hanging from a cross.
Yeah.
More so than any of the other images have looked like anything else.
But I mean, I must say, like the way a telephone pole is structured, it's almost built for that. Structured
after the likeness of Jesus. Every telephone pole.
I mean, why can't someone drive by and think, "Hey, that looks like a scarecrow"? Why is it got to be Jesus?
I suppose. I mean, I guess scarecrows typically don't have that taller part of the cross above it usually.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. All right, here we go. Your size.
This looks more like Guy Fawkes.
It looks like what?
Guy Fawkes.
Oh, a Kit Kat which supposedly contains an image of Jesus. I was amazed. I just took a bite, and then I saw the face of Christ in it. The finder told the
classic
NU.NL Dutch website. Other witnesses were less impressed. It looks more like Darth Vader, said one person.
It looks more like the Transformers,
like the Decepticons, or the.
I think it's the Autobots one, right? It looks
the
more
Autobots?
like the Autobots logo. I love that line of "I was amazed. I just took a bite and and then I saw the face of Christ in it." You know, like you say.
Based on the.
I also like how these people are always reporting this shit to the most ridiculous websites nobody's ever heard of.
I know. Call CNN. Call Fox News.
No, I'm going to call U.S. television station KPLC or NU.NL Dutch website.
Well, they're not going to call a website. They probably sent a
they sent an
cloud
image.
Link.
Look, this is clearly Jesus in these wafers.
I would think that the chocolate to wafer ratio suggests that this might be a big Kit Kat. Anyway.
Hard to tell from the image.
It is. Now, this is not meant to be Jesus here.
Okay.
On this next one. It's just a bird, but it's a pretty loose. It's a pretty loose description here. Cherie Abbott was driving to see her sister Georgina Barron when a winged figure appeared in the sky. The carer quickly told her daughter Laranza Cunningham. Why do they have to name everybody?
Yeah,
just to snap a picture of the. I know. They only said the age of this person so far.
Yeah.
To snap a picture of the celestial vision which hung in the otherwise cloudless sky, except for that huge stretch of cloud right beneath it, for 30 minutes.
Oh,
she reckons it was a festive message from her father, Colin Abbott, who passed away 20 years ago. The single mom from Boston, Lincolnshire, said, "I just started sobbing. It was absolutely stunning. But no one describes why this could be her father, and why is there a connection to birds?
And why does it?
And him?
Well, it's not a bird, Sean. It's a celestial.
It's her father. It's her father with wings. Is it like he's the angelic form?
She clearly is not. She clearly should not be driving.
You know what she loves?
Okay.
She loves herself a Dutch tilt.
She does. Is it Dutch tilt or Dutch angle? I've always heard Dutch angle. I'm sure both.
They probably both apply. They're interchangeable.
The thing I love most about this story is all the unnecessary details in it. Why do we care that she was driving to see her sister? Why do we care that she asked her daughter to take the photo, and the fact that her daughter is 17 at the time of the photo?
The 17 part doesn't matter. I guess maybe to say, hey, I didn't take the picture while driving. That would be reckless. I responsibly asked my daughter, who was not driving, to take the photo.
Yeah. Also, I love how it's just like it hung in the otherwise cloudless sky for 30 minutes. It's like, yeah, it's a cloud.
Yeah.
Clouds don't just like appear quickly and then go away. They kind of hang out in the sky for a long time.
So does that mean she just sat there for half an hour?
Yeah, she could have taken the photo.
She could have taken the photo, but she was too busy sobbing.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter that the detail of her dad passed away 20 years ago, unnecessary. Mentioning that she's a single mom from Boston, Lincolnshire, unnecessary information in this. You lost me.
Well,
I was hooked at the beginning with the image of the clearly angel that looks more like a fucking hummingbird. But you lost me when you went into way too many details in the story.
Look, don't get mad at me. I didn't write the story.
No, I'm just saying, I know. You as in Cherie Abbott lost me.
All right, let's move on. We have ourselves a delicious looking pancake.
That is clearly Rasputin.
It's funny because I thought Charles Manson.
No, that's John Wilkes Booth.
Seriously?
That looks like John Wilkes Booth, dude.
Well, no, it doesn't. It's Jesus. I have, yeah.
Okay, does that not look like John Wilkes Booth? Put an image of John Wilkes Booth next to this in the video edit of this video. 106.43. And you you don't have to do any of these edits. I just think it's funny to keep asking you to do them.
I know, but if I'm going to, I better at least have the time marked down so that I'm not just searching through this stuff.
So I do have to search on Wilkes Booth.
I do have to search for when to put the pictures up anyway. Mm-hmm. So I'll be in the area. I'll be in the neighborhood of the time. The face of Jesus has been spotted on a pancake.
Dun,
Amazingly,
dun,
Amazingly, the biblical breakfast snack was being prepared at Cowgirl Cafe in Norco, California on Good Friday.
Okay, I'm glad that sentence finished with an actual thing of why it was amazing. I know because first after Narco, I read that as a period because it's all really shrunk down on my screen. So I'm like, okay, amazingly
great,
cool.
I guess California is the best state.
Yeah.
It was only after pancake, only after the okay.
No,
it was only after the okay. I will read it as read. Play it as it lies, as they say in golf. It was only after pancake had been plated up that a waitress noticed what looks like the face of a man with beard and long hair.
Yeah.
That's it.
The problem with a lot of this stuff is they just immediately say that everything surrounding what looks to be slightly a face must be long hair and beard.
I think this is Adam Driver.
Could be.
I think Adam Driver is young Jesus.
I wonder if we tried looking at it at a different angle, would it look like something completely different?
I don't want to turn my head that much.
Yeah. I honestly think it looks more like John Wilkes Booth than anything else.
I didn't think of him.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this isn't like, these aren't holy pancakes. These are evil assassin pancakes.
I thought initially Charles Manson.
Yeah. Not enough swastika on the forehead.
Well, this is before the swastika.
Oh, this is pre-swastika.
I mean, you try to get a naturally occurring swastika to appear on a pancake. That is, my friend, impossible.
Well, hey, that's where we should start then.
Okay. I don't know how many more of these are because these aren't numbered, so I don't know where we are on the list. Right. So you can let me know if we want to keep rolling here or if we want
to. Let's do one more, and if it sucks, we'll do another one.
Another one. Okay. All right. Let's look closely.
Oh my gee!
Look at the circled area. Yep.
We should have stopped
within the wings of a chicken, on a wing and a prayer. A stunned animal lover has discovered a modern day miracle after finding an image of Jesus in his ordinary pet chicken.
I hate this story already.
Gloria was a favorite of her owners even before the divine image appeared, but the picture has sparked a new faith among her family and their friends. Police officer Mitchell Granger, 25, from Rowley Regis, West Midlands, snapped the picture one weekend while in his garden. However, it wasn't until he uploaded them to his computer and began viewing them with partner Sharon Conway that the startling face within the features became clear. What do you think?
It barely, if it wasn't circled, I wouldn't have seen it. I would have never seen a face there.
No, but since it is circled, I can see Jesus Christ.
It looks, God, I don't even know what to it looks like something familiar, but I can't point. It almost looks more like, have you seen the James and the Giant Peach movie? It looks like the fucking, it looks like the grasshopper from James and the Giant Peach.
Okay.
Like the face of the grasshopper from James and the Giant Peach.
I will take your word for it.
You'll have to look that up. I might not be accurate in describing that. That's just where my mind immediately jumped to.
I should know what the grasshopper looks like because I remember when there was a certain run of televisions being sold at the shopping channel I worked at, and that was like a trailer. That was like a trailer that was run on the TVs while they were selling it.
That's weird.
So I should have, because it was a new movie at the time.
Okay, that's just to show you how long ago Sean was working at the shopping channel.
Correct. All right. What do you think? Did that one suck?
I mean,
is it one we want to close on?
Hold on. And you can either show or not show my camera during this time, but I'm going to pull up see if it even focuses. Kind of, but not really. It kind
of see it.
It kind of gives the feel.
Maybe.
It kind of gives the feel.
That is not at all what I was picturing as the grasshopper in James and the Giant Peach. So thank you for showing that to me. I can kind of see what you mean a little bit.
Now that I look at it too, I'm less convinced that that's what I'm seeing, but but then I'm also kind of, but not what I was remembering in my head either.
Gotcha.
I kind of got there, but not really. It resembles some sort of creature that I've seen in something before. Basically, the moral of the story is people are fucking insane and will find an image of Jesus in anything just to fucking either try to seem important or because they are just that fucking crazy.
I wonder if any of these people have a sense of humor about it. They know it looks ridiculous and they're like, let's post this up as a picture of Jesus.
I feel like the telephone pole one to me would have been somebody seeing that and being like, haha, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
That one to me is funny and the most accurate. The rest of them, I think people are just insane.
I think this one has to be a joke. The Kit Kat one?
I would think so. I feel like the Kit Kat one, it has to be the exact right angle to look at that. If you look at
I wonder if they turned it. Yeah. I wonder if they turned it a few degrees left or right if it would look the same. If you would still be able to see. What?
It's or 180. Like you look at the other side of the Kit Kat. That's not.
It's Jesus's ass.
Oh, that resembles Jesus's ass perfectly.
All right.
That's just gross.
This is, a perfect reason not to do any home repair. GoldenPalace.com also bought a water-stained piece of plaster from a Pittsburgh man's bathroom that was said to look like Jesus Christ. Their winning bid on eBay was $1,999.99.
Well, I guess I need to start staining my walls and selling my stains to desperate, stupid people.
Yeah, I mean, this is some miraculous water damage.
Yeah, it's just another peeping Jesus. Just more.
What you bathing?
Just peeping Jesus. Yeah, I see you're naked over there.
Hey,
would you like me to wash your feet?
That's a sin.
What,
No, being naked wasn't a sin. No, what would people say? That's indecent? I don't know. Biblically,
with reality,
I'm not Jesus.
What it would be. All right.
All
well,
right.
I can't take another fucking. No,
okay.
Take another fucking slightly resembling face on the side of a fucking hill. That's it. Boom. Done.
Okay. We're done with
Jesus stains. I'll take chicken Jesus. I'll take fucking pancake John Wilkes Booth Jesus. I'll take them all.
I'll take them all on. I'll fight you all.
No more hill Jesus.
For those now, this website has a lot of description of what the images are, but
global Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
But another thing I found while doing the search was if you want to look at a nice map of some with all these locations marked where some of these things are found.
Oh, okay.
Some are paired with images, some are not paired with images. They just have. But I like this description here. It's the Jesus Face Database.
Oh, nice rhyme.
I know.
And there's
for example,
or non again.
Yep. So that's this one in India. Then down in Australia, we've got ourselves the pizza. But they have funny little descriptions here, like the crust Christ.
Yeah.
Or thin crust Christ.
Thin crust Christ. Yeah.
And then he isn't risen for the bread. Christ ascended. That's not funny, but anyway. Yeah. So this one has like clam of God on the clamshell, stuff like that. So you can check this out too if you just search, Jesus sightings. You can find this website where it's
Jesus Face Database. That's an easy way to Google it.
Tracking global Jesus sightings, so you don't have to. So there's another source of yours to check out the various locations around the world where Jesus has been spotted in various objects.
I was really hoping none of them would be in the U.S.
Oh, there's plenty of them here, yeah.
Yeah, most of them.
Oh, I know, like, it's too small for me to read from here. Anyway, so if those of you who want to take it upon yourself to, research some of Jesus's appearances throughout the world, there's plenty of ways to do so. And I'm hoping that you found some joy, maybe even some renewed faith. After hearing us talk about it,
I guess it's not any crazier than alien sightings in the end. Not like
alien
sightings in the end.
Isn't it? Isn't it more likely that Jesus? That Jesus Christ was a person that existed.
Yes.
Then say there are aliens in the universe that have visited our planet several times.
We don't know for sure. It could.
We don't,
happened, but
for sure.
It's unlikely.
Yeah. So my money's on Jesus. Double or nothing. I doubled up. I tuned up on Jesus.
It sounds wrong. See you next Tuesday.
I'll be here.
Bye.
Sayonara. Japanese.
He's bilingual.
If you have a question, complaint, or threat, for Sean or Matt. You can reach us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, X, or Instagram at hsfamouspod. Or you can email the show at highschoolfamous@gmail.com. No animals were pleasured during the making of this podcast, despite our best efforts. All hail our Lord and Savior.
I mean, you try to get a naturally occurring swastika to appear on a pancake.